Hi, welcome to week 4 of the February kit for the Art Journal Adventure. This is the last prompt card for the month. Next week we will have a new set. I'm so excited. So today we are going to look at the shape prompt, and it is circles. Everyone loves circles. They're easy to do, they're easy to find. So I'm really excited to see what you guys come up with for this week. So I have said here, draw, stamp, or find circles to use. Find objects around your house that could be used to make circles. So you can, like I said, draw them, stamp them if you have stamps. I have, this is not a complete, an exact circle, but it's circle-like. So I'm using a little creative license here. I'm going to use this today, and this is my chipboard piece that was included in my kit. You might have a different shape, but if you have this one, you could use it. I'm actually going to use it with my foam block, and I'm going to show you how to use it other ways too. So that is going to be involved in my layout. And then I've got all of the items from this kit, some from last kit, and then I do have some paint here. I just got some like acrylic paint just to play around with. You know, I try to limit what I'm doing to mostly what's in the kit, but if I ever introduce anything separate like paint, you know, most people have some kind of paint. It doesn't even have to be that particular brand or color or anything. So then I also found this, this is a pill bottle top that I'm going to use to make some circles as well. We've got lids for like the gelato. You could take this off and use just the ring part or the top solid part to, you know, to do that. Let's see, that one has a circle, that one has a circle, the lid for this, and these are all slightly different sizes, so you could use anything like that. Yeah, and I would just say walk around your house and just kind of look with that eye of finding things that are circular shape or even like kind of a circle that you could use maybe to make some interesting, an interesting background for yourself in your journal. So we're gonna find a blank page here. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna work here. And I think I'll do a double layout because this is kind of big. I'm planning on putting it here and there, and then I want to do some other circles as well. So we'll do a double layout, and that will be really fun. Okay, so first thing I want to do, I think I'm deciding. I think I'm going to color my background. So what I'm going to do is just start with my art crayon. And I have, this one's called Rose. You might have a different color, but, you know, if you want to follow along, this is what I'm going to do. And I'm just, oh, it's so soft and creamy. It's kind of like a lipstick almost. Isn't that color gorgeous? I really like that. I'm excited to have that. And then I'm going to add a little bit of this, and I just want the background to have some color in it. Okay. So I'm doing that. There we go. I'm really happy with that. And I am going to use my, I'll use this guy, my little spritzer to get it wet and move this color around a little bit and let it be a little bit more watercolor, have a little more watercolor effect. Now you notice when I spritz it, it's not really moving much, tiny, tiny bit. Really with the art crayon and the gelato, the action with the water comes when you actually move the pigment around. And I like to use my finger. It gives me a good amount of control. You could use a paintbrush or any number of tools. And I would like you to notice that these do blend. So you see where I'm getting a little bit of purple. This is great because this color combination does really create a nice third color here. But if you have colors that might create mud, you just want to be aware of that. I need a little bit more water. Why do I keep putting that lid back on? Here we go. Okay, so a little bit more water over here. I really want to cover the page. I'm going to use my second finger to move around the other color. I want to keep them mostly separate for now. And then once they're all covering the page, I'm going to go in the area where they kind of intersect and blend those out a little bit and get some purple in there. But for right now, this is already kind of dried a little bit. I need to add more water. For right now, I just want the pure separate colors, and then we'll do a little bit of blending. So this is a fun way to get started. If you have a white blank page and you're like, oh, I just don't know what to do, and you feel stuck and, you know, it doesn't feel fun to you. I've been there plenty of times. This is a really great way to get started. Just grab 1 or 2 colors and just scribble and throw it down, and don't even think about where is it going. You know, the placement of anything, it doesn't matter. I have not thought about this at all, okay? I'm almost out of water. I am just playing and putting color down just to get my brain started in this creative process. Okay, so now I'm kind of blending the edges a little. It's making like a bluish purple color, really pretty. I like it, and I like that it has the squiggle lines. This is just about toast here. Hopefully, oh good, okay. I was hoping I had just a little bit more to be able to do this blending. So it's not a lot of blending, but I really like that the edges have been softened and blurred and that they're running into each other. Okay, so there we go. That looks really great. I think that is a beautiful background, and I'm ready to move on. Okay, so then next I want to start adding some of this shape. And I was thinking, do I want to impress it and do the negative, or do I want to just do the positive? And I could do both, actually. Maybe, well, let's just try it. I'm going to try it both ways, and we'll see what we get. I didn't think to bring a padded something to put underneath, so we'll just try it on glass and see how it goes. So I'm going to heat my stamping foam, and then when it's, if it's been a minute since you did it, just as a reminder, you want to heat it for, you know, 10 to 15 seconds, it says. I don't really count. I just do it for a little while. Probably should count. Okay, and then have your thing ready that you're going to press into, and then flip it over and press into it. And press really hard and just hold it. Sorry if you're seeing the top of my head here. And just going to hold it for a little bit. Oh yeah, even just on a flat table, I got a pretty good impression. So I'm happy with that. That's really cool, actually. I'm excited. Okay, so let's try this first. And remember, this is your art journal. This is a place for experimenting and not worrying about what the outcome is or how it's going to look, or if it's going to be something that's great for you or not that great or whatever. It doesn't matter. It's about the process, and it's just about playing, letting go, being free. Let yourself learn and grow, and don't be afraid of the process. Don't be afraid for whatever ends up to not look great, okay? Because it's okay. It really is okay. So I really kind of want to use the spray, but it's not spraying. So, okay, this isn't spraying. I still need to mix it up, which I've done. I'm going to use a paintbrush and just paint. I could do it with the nozzle, but I have a little bit more control and can apply a little bit more at a time if I use my paintbrush. Ooh, it's so pretty. Oh goodness, it's so pretty. So I don't really care about going all the way to the edge, and I don't care about like how neat or not neat it is. And I don't think I need to spray it either, because it's a spray already. It's pretty loose, so let's just see what we get. I'm just going to go here. I stamped really lightly just to see what I would get. Here I'm going to press a little harder. And this is second generation. Interesting, okay. So there's that. So that's a fun thing to do. I think I'm going to wipe it and do it one more time and press lightly again. I like the way it looks when it's light. And I'm just going to go around the edge and in the middle a little so I get that. And then, excuse me, and then just down here, just so I have 3 of them. Ooh, that's kind of cool. So that's all I'm going to do for that, okay? And then I'm going to put the lid back on this because I will surely drop it, or knock it over, I mean. Okay, so then I just give this a good wipe, and then I do also, man, all my water jars are empty. It's time to refill. Okay, so I really do like to wipe this down, spritz it with water, and get it nice and clean for your next time so you're not cross-contaminating. Okay, then I'm just going to reheat this so that it goes back to normal. All right, now we're done with that piece. So now I want to use the same shape, but I want to use the positive of it. And actually, I think I'm going to dry this really quick just to make sure we don't cross-contaminate. I am going to use some acrylic paint for this, and I think I'm going to do the green acrylic paint, okay? So that it kind of matches what we were doing there. Let's just see how it looks. So what I'm going to do is paint right on here and make it kind of thick. And then I might just use my finger. You could use a sponge, a paintbrush. You know, if you want to do this same thing, you know, probably be neater and you wouldn't get your fingers all dirty, but I don't mind. So here we go. I'm going to do it right here and just press down. And we're just playing, right? Like, that looks pretty cool, I think. Okay, and then I'm just going to move that paint around again. And I'm going to do it over here. And press it down. Ooh, I like that because it's starting to go away. It's not perfect, you know, there's a little bit missing. I think that looks really cool. Okay, and then I'm going to do it one more time. So I'm just adding a tiny bit more paint so I have a little bit more coverage on the last one. And then one more time I'm going to go up here, I think, and let it be kind of off the page. All right. Ooh, I still got some distressy kind of version of that. That's really cool. I got paint on my fingers here and I don't want to waste it, so I'm just going to put little dots there. You see, it really doesn't matter. This is not, you know, this is not a masterpiece. This is just play, right? So we don't care. So now I want to actually use this, and I think I'm going to put it here, but I wonder if maybe I want to change the color of it just for fun. What if I use okay, sorry, this color was called Island Parrot, and it's the Dilution paint. And then this one is Dilution paint, and it's Blue Lagoon, in case you wanted to know. All right. And these are my fun summery colors. And so I kind of like having a little bit of that green show through. So maybe I'm just going to be really messy and like not careful, and look at, I love how that looks. It's just kind of squishy and messy looking, and that's going to live right there. Okay, and I've also got, so I'm going to go over where I went before and maybe in a new spot, and I'm going to wipe all that color off my finger and just let it be patterns in the book. Who cares? This is cool. I think this is really fun. So then to stick it, I'm going to use the collage medium, the matte medium. You could use any kind of gel medium. I would recommend gel versus modeling paste just because it's clear, right? Okay. All right. Actually, before we put this on, there's one more thing I want to do. We haven't really used the stencil too much, or I haven't anyway, this month, and I keep forgetting because I'm so focused on the prompt, and I'm kind of forgetting to play with my awesome new stencil. And I think it would look really cool on this page and add some interesting texture. So I'm just going to grab my stencil here, and I'm going to add just a little bit of fun stuff. So I'm trying to decide right now what color to use. Maybe I'm going to use this Blue Lagoon that I used in that circle just to bring that in to the mix here. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit on my paper, or on my table here, and then I think I'm just going to still use my finger and just kind of dab it around. You could definitely use a paintbrush, or probably actually for this, if you're going to use a paint like this, I would maybe use a sponge. That might work better, and just kind of dab it. But yeah, I'm using my finger. It's okay. It's my art journal. I'm just playing and having a good time. You know, no pressure. Doesn't need to be anything. Ooh, that's fun. I really like the way that is. Okay, let's do another one over here. Excuse me. So I might need a little more paint. This is a really pretty color of paint. I like the way it looks against that pink. I love mixing products. So we've got, you know, the art crayon, and then the gelato, and then paint from a different company, and a stencil from a different company. And I just think that it's really fun when you get to mix them all together. That's cool. Let's put a tiny bit down here so we can have the threesome, the three-way thing. Okay, and then I also forgot I wanted to use, we're going to angle this one just to make it look a little different. And I'm not going to add that much over here. This is just a tiny spot. Anyway, I forgot that I wanted to use that pill bottle cap as well. Okay, so there we go. So pretty. Yay, I love it. Okay, so now let's do the pill bottle, and let's go back to the green. Let me add my little fingerprints here and there. Definitely know I made this. Okay, my fingerprints are all over it. All right, tiny bit of green. Don't need a lot. And then I'm going to still use my finger, why not? And we're just going to try the edge. And so I'm just kind of pouncing it, right? So that there's enough that it will transfer. And let's see what we get. Ooh, that's fun. Okay. So we'll do another one. Okay. Maybe right here. Okay. And then do another one. And maybe this time I'm going to mix the green and the blue together. See what I get. It truly is just play, play, play. Pick a few supplies. That's why I have these prompts to just kind of give you a jumping off point, and then you go to town, you know, like, you know, sometimes if I'm stuck or I'm like, I just don't know what to do, or this feels hard, or I can't do it. Sometimes I'll just say, okay, what supply do I have that I haven't really used that much, that maybe I could use a little bit more, or that I want to experiment with, and like, what does it do? I don't know what it does. Well, get your art journal out and get that product out, whatever it is, and just play. You know, if you have some paint, like this Dylusion paint, and you got it in a few different colors, pick 1 or 2 colors and just start playing with it, you know, and see where it takes you. Okay, I'm happy. I really like this. Look at how much movement there is and how dynamic that is. That's super fun. Super fun. I'm loving this. Okay, so now this is going to be, I guess, my focal point. And I do still like it there. I like the pink behind it. And I think I'm fine with it the way it is. I am going to need to add a phrase or something, which I don't have near me, so I'll have to add that separate. But this really is just about talking about circles, and I really kind of wanted to talk to you about playing and not feeling, you know, trying not to anyway. I know that for some people this is really new still, and you're just trying it out. And for those people, I want to give you the hugest round of applause ever, because it's hard to try new things, especially as an adult, when, you know, you have been in the season of like, I know what to do. Most of the time. Anyway, you know, you are a person of authority, at least to someone else, at least to another person, or maybe a group, or maybe you're in management at where you work, or your mom, or whatever, right? Or you're married. And you know, you have to have the answers, and you have to know what to do. And it's hard when you have been in that season of your life for a while to do something new where you just are like new, and you don't know what's going on, and you don't know up from down. And, you know, art is meant to be therapeutic and restorative and great form of self-care. But, you know, when you're trying new things, it can be stressful for sure. And it can be, it can feel intimidating and all of those things. And I just want to offer to you that that it doesn't have to be, okay? That it really can just be you playing around and getting a pill bottle and putting some paint on it and pouncing it around your page to see what happens. Maybe try it on, I mean, this has like raised stuff on it, but I could still, you would see a hand with, you know, that cylinder thing on there, and that's fine. That's totally cool. You know, maybe you have this splotch of paint on here and you get it wet, you know, while it's still mostly wet, and you water it down and you just smush your paper into it and see what you get. You know, if you're not afraid of getting messy fingers, use your hands. Using your hands to create art is really one of my favorite ways to do it, because you really are like connecting on a different level to the art supplies and to the paper and to the whole feeling of it. You know, I understand that some people don't like to get their fingers messy like this, and I totally get it. And if that's you, then don't do that. But I would just like to offer that this can be a place where you can start to learn how to let your brain sort of turn off, you know. I don't know if that's even the best way to put it. Just let your mind wander, you know, let yourself daydream a little bit, and then just do whatever feels right in the moment, and let it come to you. And if that still feels like, I have no idea what you're talking about, and that feels really hard and it's frustrating me, I understand. I really, really understand. But I just want to say one more time, it's a process, and the point of the art journal and the point of art in general is the process. It's not what we end up with. Okay, this page is nice to look at. It's fun. It's got pretty colors and patterns. But the point of this was the act of me just doing it and using all these different things, and how do they work together and how do they blend. And oops, I got a little bit of brown over here because I mixed green and pink. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm not supposed to do that if I don't want brown. But it's okay. It's in my journal. It looks fine. I don't have a problem with it. You know, there's this other page back here where I got a lot of brown because I forgot. Everyone forgets, you know, and then I did it and I'm like, oh, well, it looks kind of rusty and like distressy, and that's cool. I wasn't planning on it. It just happened, but it's fine. It's fine. But you know what? I learned stuff from that page. I remembered stuff and I moved on. And now I'm working on a different page and I learned some fun things here. And the next page, I'm going to learn something new, you know, and I'm going to have a new experience. And that's what this is really all about, is just having that experience and letting yourself let go. You don't have to make, you know, it's not a card and this piece goes here and that piece goes there. And when it's done, I have this card that I do something with. This is really just about you letting go. So I hope that you're doing that, or at least trying to do that, working toward that. If you ever have questions or you feel that way, you feel stuck, you feel stressed, you want extra help, you want just to talk it through with me and like, I'm stressed or I'm stuck or I'm whatever, just send me a message and say you want to meet separately, and I will sit and meet with you. We can get on Facebook Messenger or Zoom or whatever. We can talk face to face, or we can just, you know, we can even just have a phone conversation or whatever, and I can help you talk through it a little bit and give you, you know, the encouragement that maybe you need to do another page or to try again, because I really feel like if you stick with this and you keep going, that you will get to a point where you actually can't wait to sit and do it again. If you're having any troubles with it, you know, and there's always the ebb and flow too. Like sometimes I really want to get in and work on some journal pages and just let it all out. And other times I'm like, nope, I can't touch it right now. And those are both okay. And that happens to every single human that creates art on the planet. So, all right, I've gabbed enough. I hope that you have fun with the circle page. I'm definitely going to add a sentiment or something to this. Maybe I'll put a girl or something over here. I don't know. We'll do some doodling once it dries. But share your circle pages with me. I love seeing them. And I can't wait for the next kit to be mailed to you and we can start playing with that. Have a wonderful week and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.